What is up, folks at home? Welcome back to the channel. We absolutely smoked some fish today. It's a fun one. We caught them 3 different ways on a pattern that I love to fish this time of year. So hang on, it's a fun video. Let's go. With those smaller ones, you get those better ones mixed in. There we go. That's the right kind. That's a nice fish. A channel comes down this way, a channel comes in, and they're sitting in this junction in this deeper spot where there's washout holes. All right, folks, so we were fishing what I call my sucker shot in the spring. Nobody fishes this pattern, everybody fishes out deep. It can be tough to fish when it's super windy up here all the time. I have found that bass put their nose in the dirt and find the warmest water in the back of channels that they can possibly find. Oh, got him. On the fluke, these bass are sitting in this warm water. Rigged up a fluke on a Nico rig, got a bass.
So I found that the warmest possible water is what you're looking for. Clarity doesn't matter, clear, muddy doesn't matter. What you're looking for is warm water. Fish will pin up baitfish in these areas and they will stack up in there. You'll run into a lot of smaller males, but there's going to be some nice females mixed in with these groups of fish.
Number 2. Ow. Number 2 right there.
One of my favorite spots to find these fish are at T-junctions and channels because there's always a deep spot in those T-junctions and those fish are going to use it as a transition area. The bigger fish tend to sit out in the middle, the smaller fish will sit up by the edges of these T-junctions.
Oh. Number 3. Getting better. Getting better. He's almost legal. It is windy. Nice fish. Another one. Catching a lot. Just can't get the right size on that fluke and that rattleworm. With those smaller ones, you get those better ones mixed in. So this one would probably be my first legal one. Nice pretty fish right there. Let's get another one.
So right now I'm rotating between 2 baits, the Rattleworm 4.5 in White Pearl and then the Zoom Super Fluke in Houdini. Both of them are nose hooked on a number 2 Nico hook by VMC.
Another one. We're on a school now. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm fishing this junction right here where a channel comes down this way, a channel comes in, and they're sitting in this junction in this deeper spot where there's washout holes. Just twitching this fluke through there and they're smashing it.
So channel junctions are key to this pattern simply because it's access to deeper water. The channel is about 3 to 4 foot deep. In this washout hole that I'm fishing right here, it hits about 5. Those fish are sitting in that washout hole, eating bait as it comes over the top of it. I'm rotating through baits to preserve that bite and really trying to wade through a bunch of these buck males to find bigger females. This is also an indicator pattern. When those buck males are up there, you know that the females are going to be out deeper on those transition spots, but this spot in a week or 2 is going to be loaded with big fish ready to spawn. So this is as much an indicator pattern to me as it is a pattern to catch bigger fish in the pre-spawn. Learn something from every fish you catch.
Another one. Let's go. About every other cast. There's a couple better ones mixed in. There's a lot of buck males. Let's get a bigger one. Another one. It's every cast. Every cast. That one buried it. So what you want to watch for in the spring is a lot of these fish are going to move in super shallow, super quick when there was a long ice season. So we had a long ice season this year. These fish are ready to spawn. The bucks are in here super early. So what we want to focus on is we're going to wade through a lot of these, trying to find some bigger ones, and you got to find the channels where the bigger fish are. So this channel has a lot of smaller fish. We're going to move to another channel and see if we can find a big one, but let's catch a few more. That fish. Hey. Got a better fish on that one. They're pinned up in these channels, man. Pinned up. Better fish. That one would probably be close to a keep. That's two. Another one. They're just tearing this fluke up. Too bad they're the size of the fluke. That's all it is. Number 2 Nico hook Zoom Super Fluke or a rattle worm 4.5. Either one, they're smoking it. Another one. Let's go.
So here we've moved further out down the channel, found another spot where fish are concentrated. We're still looking for bigger fish, and this is a visual pattern as much as it is a water temperature pattern. You can see these fish cruising in here. I found that the nose hook fluke is the best way to catch these cruising fish. It is a pure reaction bite. The rattle worm does better in channels that are off colored because obviously it has the rattle inside the body of the bait that gives it a little bit more of a presence in the water. But really, I've worked through a ton of different baits, and the fluke just seems to get bit best. The rattle worm then comes in and gets bit in those darker channels a little bit better than the fluke does.
Got him. Killing it. Killing them. They're in here thick. Got another one.
For cadence on this, it's literally jerk, 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 pause, jerk, 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 pause. If the fish are following it, you can visually see them. Sometimes a pause and then a quick jerk right in front of them will make the fish want to eat that bait. But really, it's a steady pop, 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 pop of the rod tip. Those fish then track it and they'll eat it because it's a pure reaction bite, best you can describe it.
There we go. Got another one. Man, they're just loaded in here. Just loaded. That's probably 20 fish here in 15, 20 minutes. All on the fluke. Got him again. And they're just loaded. This is my favorite bite of the year because nobody fishes it. I hate to give it away because I catch so many fish. Simple, 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 simple. Got it. Another one. Fluke. There we go. That's the right kind. That's a nice fish. Right there, son. Got him. Whew, let's go. Got him. Rattleworm. GoPro, start recording. $30 rack. It's about a 30 rack right there, fellas. Got him. Got a pile of them in there. Got another. Got another. Got him.
The thing that's good about this pattern is it's repeatable, and this is a pre-tournament gym. This is a pre-big fish gym, because what you're doing by locating these smaller buck males are seeing where spawning areas are going to be. You go from channel to channel, you find the warm water, you find the hard spots and the deeper areas that are holding fish. In a week or two, these spots are going to be loaded up with bigger than average females ready to spawn, and they'll hang out in these places for about a month, and this bite is just getting good. But catching 30 to 40 bass in Indiana is always a great day, and it's a rarity in this state when it happens.
Got him. Quit. Wow. Let's go. Ah. Got a fish.
Now I've started noticing in these channels that the fish are not wanting to come up and get the fluke as much, so I've put on a hover rig from Ebb and Flow, and it is an 1/8 ounce hover rig, and basically it's set up to pin that bait on there on a 60-degree bend hook, and what it's doing is putting this bait a little bit deeper in the column. It allows me to pick up some more of these bonus fish. The hover hook is designed literally to keep that bait pinned no matter what, but it's going to be a game changer when you want to get your fluke a little bit lower in the column, when fish stop really hitting it on top, or when you're in schooling fish and you want to keep getting back to those fish repeatedly without burning through a whole bunch of baits. So hover hook is going to be a game changer in your weightless plastics fishing, because it's going to add just enough weight to get it down a little bit more to keep that bite going.
There we go. Better one. The better ones seem to be lower in the water column, so I put this on the upgrade hover here. Got it down in the water column a bit. Better fish. Let's go. That's 2 in the box. Other. Three. They want it a little bit deeper now. Four. They're right in the middle of the channel now. Sun's went in a little bit. We're still cracking them. Pinned. That hover hook, it's deadly. All right, guys, we caught them 3 different ways today. The first way we were catching them, and probably the most fish that we caught, are on my sucker shot that I like to throw this time of year. It is that weightless fluke or weightless rattle worm on a number 2 Nico hook. And literally all I'm doing is fishing this like a fluke. It's nose hooked, right? Just like that. And what I'm doing is fishing it like a fluke. And as you can see, they literally tear it up. It's like fishing a soft jerk bait, right? And you want to target the warmest pockets of water that you can find. This is a literal warm pocket bite. I'm finding warm pockets where those fish are sunning and I'm getting a reaction bite. The second way that I'm catching them is throwing this new hover rig from Ebb and Flow, and it's got a little bit of weight to it, and it also pins that bait to the hook. They didn't want it all day today, but at the end of the day, they wanted it on the hover rig because it was settling deeper in the water, and I was able to pop a couple fish on this one at the end of the day when they were out in the middle of the channels. Guys, you want to rotate through baits, rotate through different things when they're biting to see if you can generate bigger bites. A lot of the times I was getting follows with the Nessie here from Berkeley, and I'm throwing this because it's a soft bait and I can work it like a fluke, but at the same time it's pulling those bigger fish out. I didn't get any bigger bites today. I got 2, 3 nice ones, right? So I would have scratched out a limit, but on a day where you got 40-mile-an-hour winds on the main lake and you're fishing 50-degree water and the fish aren't really pulled up yet, this is a good way to see what is up there. Guys, hope you enjoyed what you saw on the channel today. Give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.